Hello, I am here at London Liverpool Street in the morning of April 29th for another day of travelling on a train. Last year, you may know, I did a similar thing for the Class 317, but today I'm here for the Class 321. But this time there's something, this time it's a rail tour. The routing of it, starting at London Liverpool Street, heading through Stratford towards Colchester and Colchester Town, where it will turn around and head towards Clacton-on-Sea, where there will be a bit of a lunch break to allow people to look at the train for a bit. Afterwards, it would then head towards Walton-on-the-Naze before heading back towards Colchester, where it would turn around again and head towards Harwich Town, where it would turn around again and head towards the most northern point of the route through Ipswich to Stowmarket, and then it would head back to Colchester for the last time on its way to Southend Victoria, before it would turn around for the last time and head back to London Liverpool Street. Right, it's about time I talk about the trains used on the tour. The two units were 321, 314 and 307, with 321, 314 being the front of the train as it entered the station. Despite how old the Class 321s may be, this interior does appear quite clean and new, that likely being due to some renovations made in the late 2010s. However, the seats are a bit average, I guess, but they do a good job for longer journeys, so I guess that's good. I chose to sit next to a window to get a nice clear view of everything as I went past along the various routes of the journey, and seeing some interesting sights as there's a Class 378 with a cab door open and a Class 08 sitting at a depot. And there were a few stops along the route, including Colchester and Colchester Town, where I used the opportunity to get a picture of the Class 321s out in the bright sunny weather before it made its way to Clacton-on-Sea, where I saw a few other Class 321s parked to the side of the station, which was kind of a surprise for me because I was not expecting. While I was there, I also took a picture of the Class 321s on the tour next to a Class 720, which I think is one of the trains that is due to replace the Class 321s. Then the next two sections went relatively quickly as the trains hopped around some branch lines through Walton-on-the-Naze, as I've previously said. But it went back to Colchester. While I was going to get a picture of the Class 321s again, I got a picture of a Class 745 as it passed through the station. On the way to Stowmarket, I saw quite a few locomotives, mostly Class 90s, but then I also did see a Class 57 just parked outside of Stowmarket, just sitting. Another Class 08 was also seen in the orange Freightliner livery, which I found a bit strange, but I didn't get a picture of it because it's just an image I found off of Google. The final long section of the journey to Southend Victoria was somewhat interesting, although it was mostly going back along lines I had used previously. By interesting, I mean at some point it just suddenly jolted to the side, but everything seemed to be fine afterwards, so I don't think it was anything bad. And then after Southend Victoria, it made its way back to London Liverpool Street, where that's basically it for my experience of this rail. But wait, there's more to this video. So, some of you may know that there was another rail tour on the same day, that being for the Class 313s. However, I wasn't able to see that tour, but I was able to see some 313s a few weeks earlier, on the 8th of April. Starting at Brighton, where I watched 313-210 pull into a platform, I travelled all the way along the East Coastway route to Seaford, where I took a picture as usual, and then headed back towards Brighton, I got off at Lewes, which apparently is pronounced
Lewis,
because apparently some journeys skip the station of South East. But why did I want to go there? Didn't really have much of a reason, but it did mean I get to see and travel on 313201, which is the blue 313. Is kind of nice, although the interior was... So, what was the interior of the 313s like? Well, I wouldn't say it was as, but that's expected when the 313s are much older, made over 4 ago, which is quite impressive. But other than that, there's nothing much interesting I can talk about. Back to the 313s. So that's before I headed back to
Lewis,
to do a bit of train spotting, where the few free... Interestingly, I also saw some Gatwick Express Class 387s being used by Southend, which, once again, I wasn't really expecting, but kind of... After that, I made a return to Brighton on 313215 before I headed home. But that wasn't the last I would see of the 313s, as a couple of weeks later I saw a couple of 313s again, this time at Portsmouth and Southsea station, where it surprised me to find out that the Class 313s pull into the station and share a platform with the South Western Railway Class 450, which is something I've never seen before, and it just really confused me. And that's basically it for my experience of the Class 313s and 321s, both of which tours on the April 29th, as newer trains are due to replace them. It was a fun time experience. I've never travelled on before, rail tour I've ever been on, and I hope to travel on more in the future. I also hope you enjoy, and goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.